Hi guys, my name is Barry and welcome back to the channel. Now, I know that I'm not the biggest fan of Scream 6. I do like it, and I did rewatch it again when I went on to digital. I watched it a couple more times because I was doing other videos with regards to Scream 6, and there was something that I noticed when I was watching it that I didn't notice when I went to see the movie in the cinema. And again, this just adds to the problem for the film and all the issues that we had throughout, and that is the film gives us the last kill 1 hour and 15 minutes into the movie, and that is Brooks, who was the last person to die, Gail's boyfriend. And after that, nobody else died, apart from the killers of course, but there's no other victims. He was the last victim 1 hour and 15 minutes into the movie. That leaves 45 to 50 minutes, including the credits, 45 minutes of no victims dying. And that just goes to show that the film wasn't ready and wasn't willing to kill any significant person off in the movie. When you look at all the victims in this film, nobody of importance died in this movie. I would say the most important person to die, victim-wise, would be Annika, but she wasn't really a fleshed out character because she was just in the movie for the first time in Scream 6. So when she died, that was probably the most distressing scene, because she looks like she could have been an important character, and she was pretty good, I liked her, and she died. But out with Annika, nobody else of any significance died in the film, and that's very alarming for a Scream movie, because in every Scream film somebody significant had died in the movie. Even in Scream 5 you had Dewey who died, and Sheriff Judy Hicks as well. So you had characters that are coming back and dying, whereas in this one nobody of any significance died. So there's a few things that I've noticed as well that I've just got more issues with. It doesn't mean I hate the movie any more than I already do, because I don't hate the movie, it's just a good movie, but there's so many issues with this film that I had at the initial beginning, but now I've got a little bit more of problems now that I'm watching all the movies back to back again and comparing them all. So when it comes to Scream 6, nobody of any significance died, and the last person to die was Brooks on 1 hour and 15 minutes, and even at that, Brooks was not a significant character. In fact, this was his first scene in the movie and he died straight away. So what was the point of his character? He just died and that was it. You literally have to go back to the ladder scene where Annika died to see a victim dying of any significance, and even at that, she wasn't the most significant character. So it just goes to show, guys, that there's a lot more problems to Scream 6 than I initially thought there were. I know there's going to be more as I watch it more and more, but this is something that I've noticed that stood out for me, that they just don't want to kill people off. I don't know if it's because they're refusing to kill people off because they believe that the characters that they love when they're making the movies are actually genuinely good characters, or they're doing it out of spite because they know that a lot of people don't like the characters that they've written, especially for Scream 6. And that is one of the issues that I had with the movie. The script and the dialogue. Those two were the worst things about Scream 6. So it's almost like they're trying to annoy us because they know a lot of us don't like the characters that they've written for us, especially in Scream 6, because again, I don't like Mindy in Scream 6. I think she was absolutely awful, and that's not because of the actress, that's because of the dialogue and the script.
We're in a franchise, and there are certain rules to a continuing franchise.
And the way she executed the dialogue, it was just terrible. Whereas in Scream 5 it wasn't as bad, it was actually okay. So I think they've dialed it up, almost like they're trying to annoy us, but that's not the worst part. Like I said, the biggest issue for me that I've just noticed is the lack of significant kills on significant characters. Yes, you can kill the 3 people in the bodega, that's great, but we don't know who they are. In Scream 6, there's 9 victims, obviously out with the killers. There's 9 victims in the film, and that includes the 3 people in the bodega. That includes Dr. Stone. That includes Brooks. That includes Jason, who was supposed to be one of the killers, and it also includes Laura, it includes Greg in the fridge. Do you know what I'm saying? So Annika seems to be the only person of any significance that died in the movie. That's not acceptable. That's pretty bad for a Scream film. So if you're looking at all the Scream films and thinking, what's my best movie for kills and what's my worst movie for kills, people are going to be blinded by the fact that Scream 6 has creative kills, but they're not really looking into who's being killed, because who's being killed is no one of any importance to me, no one of any importance to the Scream franchise. Therefore, I think when you look at the kills in Scream 6, as creative as they are, they're just not good, because they're not important to me. They might not be important to you, they might be important to you, but to me they're not important, and they're certainly not important to the Scream franchise. They're just there to be kills, and that's it. No creativity in who they're killing whatsoever, and they're just scared to kill the right people. That's just my opinion, guys. So yeah, massive issue that I had with that one, and that's just another one to add on top of it. So what are your thoughts, guys? Did you notice it from the beginning, or did you not notice it? Am I just letting you know now? What do you think of that? What do you think of the lack of important kills and the last kill in the movie being 1 hour and 15 minutes? Did you notice it? Leave your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.
I'll be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the back!